60 years ago, back in 1952, the living was easy. A gallon of gas cost 20 cents. The average price of a car was $1,700, and you could buy a new home for $9,000. Politics were different, music was different, and entertaining ourselves was different too. 6 decades ago, the city of Carlsbad incorporated, and Al Blasek had a dream to build the Boys Club.
Dr. Glines, who was the superintendent of schools, was head of trying to get this boys club started in Carlsbad. Al came down and interviewed, and the school district could hire him as a teacher, and he could teach and still build the boys club up.
Who could predict that the young Steve Tagg, who was the 13th member of the club, would use the skills he learned inside these 4 walls to be honored with the 2011 Carlsbad Community Leadership Award?
I was a blank sheet of paper. And basically, the Boys and Girls Club allowed me to realize that you can accomplish a tremendous amount with your life if you have some tracks to run on.
In the early 60s, brothers Greg and Doug Nelson found themselves at the club's front doors, dropped off there by their single mom, who was busy working 2 jobs to support her family. How could you foresee that the can-do attitude Greg honed during the many hours he logged at the club would change his life? Like when he cut up his wetsuit because his knees felt better when surfing, which led him to start, sell, and buy several orthopedic device companies.
The club truly helped shape me. The staff were the mentors. They were like big brothers, and in some cases a father figure to me.
The 1970s found a young Steve Barr seriously examining Tupperware at the club. Do you think his mind was already racing, thinking about how he was going to create 2 exceptional local restaurants?
Well, I think one of the things that it gave to us was a sense of belonging. You know, we had a place to go where we knew there would be friends there, we knew that there would be something to do. You felt confident about things that you were doing later on.
And while Steve was busy inspecting Tupperware, his younger brother David was learning to swim in the club pool. Did anyone guess he would become a professional surfer?
The Barr boys owe a lot to the Boys and Girls Club.
Absolutely.
They did a lot to bring us, to bring us up and make us who we are today.
As a nonprofit organization, the club is 100% local donor supported. A lot of that funding is raised by its board of directors. Luke Madison joined the board 25 years ago in 1987.
I believe I have the passion for kids because I want to give them the same opportunities I've had in life and the opportunity to succeed. And I believe every child should have that.
In the 1990s, girls were finally allowed to be members of the Boys Club. Well, I mean the Boys and Girls Clubs of Carlsbad.
It's your family, it's your support group, it's everything. Everything.
The Boys and Girls Club is everything to me. That I came in just thinking it'd be a fun place to go, and it ended up being the reason why I am where I am.
Thank you so much. You make this happen.
And at the Boys and Girls Club, one thing has remained the same: the club's positive impact on young lives, all made possible by our wonderful donors.
Over the last 60 years, we've seen a lot of change in the city of Carlsbad, but one thing I can really assure you is that the mission of the Boys and Girls Club has been the same. Our goal is to give kids a safe place to go and give them the opportunities to grow and be successful, just like everyone here in the audience tonight has been.
At the club, we learn to be friends with people who may be different. We know that a kind word can make all the difference in the world, and that encouragement can change outcomes. That's who we are, that's what we do, and that will never change. Great futures start here.